Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody had a great weekend and a great start to their week. So thanks for tuning in to Be Wow Fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover my recap from last week, overall how my calisthenics training is going, talk a little bit about a nutritional change I made last week, which it's only been a week, so it's going well. Not much anything to talk about results, but I'll just talk about the change I made and a change I'm actually making this week to add a new, form of cardio into my training, which I heard about, did some research, and seems to work, so I'm definitely going to add it. So as far as my recap last week, so last week was the week that I only trained strength training once, so that was on Wednesday. I usually do a shorter version when I train on Wednesday. I did two sets of two sets, and I think I did eight circuits. So it's a lot less than my usual working, but it's been going well, and I like that I added every other Wednesday, and just increased the frequency that I'm training. So that's going well, and no aches or pains, and I could say definitely when I switched from the weight training to the calisthenics. The only thing that I noticed was my cardio, but now that I've been jogging and doing the calisthenics for 2 months now, August and September, I do feel overall my body's in better shape than it was when I started. So, so that's how my training's going. And as far as my cardio, so I jogged 3 times last week, and I did ballet. So that's pretty good. So I'm still doing the jogging, two to 3 times a week, depending on how it goes. And then as far as my nutrition, I made a change last week, which I usually used to just have not black coffee. I used to have coffee with cream in the morning and my supplement, some of my supplements, and then I would eat starting anywhere from like 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I would eat for a couple hours, and then I would go to bed. The one thing I noticed is I noticed myself staying up a little later, so I noticed myself eating a little bit later, closer to bedtime. So the one thing I'm doing to see if I can address my late night hungers is actually adding, instead of having my fruit at 5 p.m., I actually started having my fruit in the morning with my coffee and cream. So the one thing that I did notice is that my appetite, I would say, increased in the later afternoon. The first, I would say, 2 times I had the fruit, I got hungry around 4 or 5 o'clock, and I didn't have any hunger before I started eating the fruit. But I think it's just my body getting used to it, and I'll see how it goes. And I don't really make any judgments about any nutrition change I'm making or any training change I'm making until about 4 weeks. Once I'm 4 weeks in, I would say my body's gotten used to it. I've gotten used to it, and just to see how it goes, how I feel. And sometimes, even though I may like the results, it may not something I'll keep on doing because it's just not sustainable for me. So the most important thing about a diet or nutrition is a plan you can stay on. So. The fruit thing, if it works for me, I'll keep on doing it. But I definitely did notice since I was eating earlier, I did stop eating earlier. So I did achieve my goal of having like that, couple hour break from my last meal to bedtime, because I noticed that window was getting smaller, and that's something I don't want to do, because I think I get better sleep when I don't eat any food, couple hours before bed. Even though I can literally just have a meal and go to bed, I don't have a problem going to bed. I just think the quality of my sleep is a lot better when I don't eat as much. So that's really the recap of last week. I think overall my results, I think, are going well. As far as how I'm looking, I can see some differences, so that's going well. The biggest thing, the biggest thing is definitely feedback from friends and family, and I definitely got a story. My mom, she passed away years ago. God rest her soul. But my mom, one of her best friends, her husband was in line behind me at a supermarket. And I'm wearing a tank top and sunglasses. I have a beard, so I don't know if he doesn't remember me, but he's looking right at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm just like, "Hey, it's me, Irina's son." And he's like, "Oh my God, I didn't recognize you. You're Traps. I didn't recognize you because you're Traps." And that was like the the best compliment I could have gotten, because I've definitely been putting in the work. So I'm definitely happy that my traps have gotten bigger. And that's the feedback I love. Like that's how I track my results. I don't weigh myself, but how I look in the mirror, pictures, how my clothes fit, and feedback from friends and family. So that was great that he recognized me, because it's been a while, so I do look completely different. But he was just focused on my traps, so that was pretty funny. And then as far as my clothes, so when I first started training 4 years ago, I was like, a 3X was tight. Like this shirt was tight, snug. And then I got down to 2X clothes in training, and then my friend and then my training partner mentioned that the 2X were being loose. So now I'm wearing an XL shirt, and it's tight. It's tight on my stomach, and tight on the love handles a little bit. It's tight on my upper back, but that's fine. I don't mind that. And so it's good. So now I've moved on, 4X to 3X to 2X, now to an XL, and then that's really how I'm going to track my results for the next couple months. I'm just going to see how that XL shirt is fitting. Every other week I usually wear it. Maybe every week, but definitely at least every other week, to see how I'm tracking the results and see if it's getting looser in all the right places. So I'm definitely happy about my results, and I haven't been really struggling to keep up with all the calisthenics and the cardio and the nutrition. So I'm definitely getting results, but also one thing I'm doing is I'm making a change, and what I'm not taking anything away. Actually, on the every other Wednesday that I wasn't doing the calisthenics, I'm actually gonna do a high intensity interval training session. So maybe 30 minutes. Do some high intensity work. A lot of it's going to be agility drills, a lot of jumping, hopping, things like that. It's going to be some of my leg exercises that I usually do. I'm just going to do them without doing the upper body. So I'm excited that I'm adding high intensity interval training into my regimen. And as of right now, it's literally going to be one session every other week, every other Wednesday. So that's going to be just another way of trying a new form of cardio that my body's not used to, because I haven't done high intensity interval training, and I'm going to see how it goes. I watched some YouTube videos before about high intensity interval training, and in my college days, wow, that's a long time ago, but when I played football, I do remember some of the trainings that we did, the plyometrics, the agility stuff. It was definitely high intensity interval training. So I'm going to try my first HIIT session this Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. And overall, things are going well. I guess I would say I'm on track with my progress, because I'm down to an XL. And my goal was really to have a XL fit, comfortably on Memorial Day weekend of 2022. Hopefully I'll be able to hit that goal sooner. And I'll be keeping everybody informed of how my progress is going. So thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, hit the like button. You want to see more, hit subscribe. And thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great week.